So they'll both be in the World Tour next year, Hugh Carthy having signed with Cannondale Drapac. Their immediate futures, though, involve 158 kilometres of rolling roads from Maceda to Puebla de Sanabria. 3 official climbs, hard to differentiate from the unofficial ones that outnumber them, and both intermediate and final sprints today are uphill.
Just over 10 kilometres to go, and the anxious glances have started, and so too have the frustrated shakes of the head and the disappointment in the fact that this group is not going to stay away, I don't think. Through 10 kilometres they go now. Their advantage is 15 seconds, but wide roads, long straight roads, and everything suggests it's advantage peloton, and the catch will be fairly imminent.
Yeah, of course. And the closer they get to the finish, and the more that time comes down between the peloton and the breakaway, the more teams will become motivated, and more riders go up to contribute to the chase. So it's a bit of there's a certain inevitability to it, and the break will know that. When they know the peloton has a sniff, lots of riders will come out the woodwork and try and contribute to the chase, now that they know it's almost sure.
Becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy and gains its own momentum at a certain point, 12 seconds. And still it's Trek Segafredo with one rider on the front who just peels off now and shares the work with Movistar, Lotto Soudal and Giant Alpecin. They're the teams who have done most of the work, most notably though Trek Segafredo, who I think have great faith in Fabio Fellini for today's stage win.
As it splits off at the front, so Luis Leon has sick of the games, and he and Simon Clark are broken free.
Luis Leon Sanchez indeed has taken Simon Clark with him, who looks very, very strong, and these two riders were both in that group that just missed out after that brilliant and explosive and unanswerable victory by Simon Yates yesterday, both Clark and Luis Leon Sanchez. And I don't know how committed Luis Leon Sanchez is. I mean, certainly Simon Clark's going through now, and they are, well, it's a 2-up time trial, and they've got 8.5 kilometres to try and hold off the chase.
Oh, for sure, Luis Leon Sanchez.
Brambilla, I just noticed, have been caught on the right-hand side of the road, and he's moving back. So they're beginning to sweep them up now, and I think that's just very soon, if not already, there'll only be 2 riders up the road. Tobias Ludvigsson gets on the front from Giant Alpecin. There they are, yeah, just the 2 of them now, and they've got 12 seconds, 2 very strong riders. Simon Clark, of course, on the Vuelta has tasted success in the past, winning himself 2 years ago the King of the Mountains competition. There they are, the helicopter alongside the peloton, all strung out now. Emmanuel Erviti's done very well to hang on for Movistar over that climb. They've been the kind of climbs, though, that have suited a rider like Erviti. Big though he is, they haven't been the steep gradients that would have blown him away, so he's been able to hang on, and he's now of great value to Alejandro Valverde and to Nairo Quintana. Still it's 12 seconds, and another kilometre has ticked by.
And as I said before, because these 2 riders, and this is a finale move, this isn't a breakaway that's been away all day, that is easy to catch at the end here when they're exhausted.
Good point.
Everybody's feeling quite similar. They went with 25 kilometres to go, and so this has been a 25k effort, 20k effort to now. So you can't use the same rules as we'd normally use when it comes to catching a breakaway in the final, because it's mano a mano here.
And Luis Leon Sanchez and Simon Clark, they've got a 16-second advantage, so it might be coming down ever so slightly, but the kilometres are running out, just 2.5k now, and pretty soon I think the roads are going to start to narrow, and the route will start to twist and turn as they enter the outskirts of this small town.
Which is a massive advantage for these 2 riders. And what's happening before, the reason that the gap comes down occasionally is that's because a fresh team goes in the front. So Bodo have gone on, 2 fresh riders, 3 fresh riders, and that will come down, but then they'll explode and it'll pop back up again. And now you can see at its quick step have realised they see the danger, they have to start chasing this down. They can't wait just for the lead out now.
Well, somewhere in that pack is the green jersey of the points leader, and that is Gianni Meersman. 2 stage wins on the Vuelta already to his name, looking for a 3rd, and it is a parcours, it is a finish that potentially suits him, although it does have a complication in the final 300 metres. The gap beginning to come down. It's gone from 19 to 15 to just 12 seconds and under 2 kilometres to go. And Simon Clark, his head just bent a little bit to the left now with the effort. I mean, they have been flat out now for the past 10 minutes, these 2, when they decided to go solo.
And that's now you see it, and then Bodo blown out. So this is what keeps happening. Riders keep coming up, they go very deep, then they blow up. Adam Hansen now on the front for Lotto Soudal. Again, he'll have probably he might have a K, he's a very strong rider in him. And then it's Tinkoff, and I'm not sure Tinkoff, unless Benatti, they might have said, you know what, if you're feeling good, why don't you go for this? Or they're doing the classic, just positioning their leader, Alberto Contador. There you see Team Sky in the middle coming up. Now there's a rider we haven't mentioned who I saw just up there before, is Philippe Gilbert, who this is a perfect finish for him if he's going well.
Caught a glimpse of the green jersey of Gianni Meersman. He's just lurking, you see, on the right-hand side of the road, just peeping out from behind that Team Sky train on the right-hand side of the road. 7 seconds, it is coming down, and there is the kilometre arch, the Flamme Rouge. 1K to go for Luis Leon Sanchez and Simon Clark, and only 6 seconds. The barriers narrow the road down, and one by one, and that's Tinkoff. Riders burn out, and Tinkoff are all over the front. Is Daniele Benatti in the mood today? JJ Rojas brings Alejandro Valverde in the white jersey closer to the front. The green jersey of Gianni Meersman not too far behind.
Philippe Gilbert there as well in about 6th, 7th position.
Kevin Reza too from FDJ.
So Valverde and Philippe Gilbert are almost next to each other there, and I think it's Meersman just behind them as well. So there's Gilbert just moving up slightly on the right.
And Tinkoff taking them left-handed now. 500 metres to go for the leaders. Oh, there's a crash at the back. 1 or 2 riders have come down. In fact, more than that. That looked like a big crash. And there's definitely going to be a split in the bunch there, as Luis Leon Sanchez and Simon Clark now in the final 400 metres find that the road fairly soon will rise up in front of them. That is an 8% gradient, and it's going to hurt both these men. Can they hold on? Luis Leon Sanchez glances over his shoulder. Simon Clark, I think, has lost contact with the Astana man. They are all on the limit as they try and track down Luis Leon Sanchez, but they go. Now I Am Cycling goes to the front, and Daniele Benatti has Philippe Gilbert on his wheel, the Belgian road race champion. It's Jonas van Knechten who takes the win for I Am Cycling in dramatic circumstances, and that was a very, very small group that made it to the end. Only about 12, 13 riders. Let's look for some of the GC favourites. Where are they?
Oh, well, there's Atapuma, the leader, so he's made it through okay. But there's crack said, I think that's Simon Yates. Oh, there's the crash. Samu Sanchez, so that's going to be, he's had a terrible day.
Well, Sanchez, clearly one of the riders who's been delayed, but I tell you, the rider we didn't see at all. We didn't see Chris Froome coming over the line. I can only imagine that he too has been delayed by that crash, and nor either did we see Alberto Contador.
No, but no, here's Alberto Contador, and the whole left side. Again.
Yes,
it's the same side as in the Tour, so... Yeah, but I think that's ironic. His team was leading out, and now he's been the one that's gone down. There you go. Look at just Contador, the yellow jersey. There he goes. He gets hit by it. Actually, it's the first rider to go down Contador. So that's why he was going so fast. He didn't have a chance to break.
Well, another bad day for Alberto Contador. A good day, though, for Alejandro Valverde. 3rd place, I think, in that shake-up on the line. And if that's the case, he takes 4 bonus seconds as well in that sprint, David.
Yeah, and that's important. We know the Vuelta, often the bonus seconds play a big part. So that's been a good move for him. And
the first of the GC riders across the line. So Darwin Atapuma gapped. We saw Contador on the ground. We don't know exactly where Chris Froome is. It'll all come out in the wash. I would imagine it'll all be neutralised. No doubt about the winner, though, and by far the biggest win of his career for I Am Cycling and Belgium, Jonas van Knechten, with a great, great win.
And Alejandro Valverde did pick up the bonus seconds for 3rd place behind Daniele Benatti and ahead of Philippe Gilbert, who was unhappy about more than just being beaten, as we'll hear in a moment. Kevin Reza was up there again for FDJ. Gianni Meersman was 7th after winning the 2 previous flatter sprints. Behind them, the time gaps, as Ned said, were neutralised, so the crash being inside the final 3 kilometres. But the placings told something of a story anyway. Darwin Atapuma first home in the red jersey after his hard day. Quintana, Froome and Chavez all together, but Samuel Sanchez 97th after being brought down in the crash. 4 places behind the man who went down first and hardest, Alberto Contador.
Sí, ahora mismo estoy reventado, la izquierda lo tengo reventado. El gemelo lo tengo muy mal, y eso que es ahora en caliente, la verdad que se está poniendo una cosa bastante complicada.
Honestly, I don't understand the GC riders. It's finished for the sprinters and they're always coming in. They can't ride the bike and they try, and then you see like crash happen when it's like this, you know. And it was a hard day, and it was a crazy final.
We saw there was a moment when Samuel Sanchez got dropped today, or there was a gap that opened up, and it seems to be a bit of confusion in the team about who was dropping back and who was staying with Darwin.
Yeah, we were asking Samuel where he was, he never answered. So we didn't know if he was dropped or just in the last position, so it was a bit of a panic. But yeah, a lot of guys from the team wait for him, and they did a great job. And then yeah, they bring him back in the bunch.
Well, not many people had Jonas van Knechten down for the win today, other than Jonas van Knechten himself, who continues I Am Cycling's excellent run of results towards extinction at the end of the season.
I knew I was one of the fastest guys, maybe not on the paper, but Yeah, just the parkour was really hard today, and I had to fight all day to survive. And I knew that just after the last climb, I did the hardest thing, and then it was just fighting for position. But like a finale like this, 300 meters, falls flat, I knew that I can be really good.
Now, Gianni Meersman picked up 9 green jersey points for his 7th place today and still leads that competition. But last year's winner, Alejandro Valverde, picked up 16 for 3rd to cut into his lead. It's even tighter in the mountains competition. Alexandre Geniez started the day on 10 points and scored none. Luis Angel Mate did brilliantly well, getting in 2 separate breaks to take a maximum of 9 today. Well, Darwin Atapuma had to work harder than he might have expected to protect the race lead today, largely because his teammates spent a good chunk of it protecting the man in 6th place, BMC's leader Samuel Sanchez. But he looked after himself pretty well when he had to, and he'll wear the red jersey for a 4th consecutive day tomorrow.
Un grandioso día, pero con un susto, porque Samuel Sánchez se ha quedado cortado un momento que había parado a aliviarse y después le ha costado mucho entrar en el grupo. ¿Cómo se ha vivido eso dentro del equipo?
Sí, la verdad un momento dramático porque no pensábamos que Astana se iba a poner bastante fuerte allí. Ha hecho un poco viento y pues eso ha hecho que el lote se cortara porque no se lo esperaba nadie. Se ha tenido que pasar un poquito de susto, pero bueno, Samu está muy bien, el equipo ha trabajado muy bien y pues al final hemos podido llegar a la meta sin problemas.
So, no problems. Well, no problems if you don't count the crash on the final bend. But after the commissaires had confirmed the formality of the neutralised finish, the top 10 looked almost exactly as it did this morning. The one difference being Alejandro Valverde, whose 2nd, 3rd place bonus of this race has pulled him 4 seconds closer to the red jersey.